Hi, thanks for joining. Today we're doing a series of exercises to strengthen our legs, make our hips a little more mobile, and help to prevent injuries, make us feel good. So we're standing only, chair for balance, have either sneakers on or bare feet or grippy socks. And if you have a ball, a toy ball from wherever is fine. I have a proper Pilates ball here, just to put between the ankles for a little bit of inner thigh connection and to help with the alignment, then grab that too. So you're going to start behind your chair, facing with your fingertips for just a little bit of balance. If you don't need your fingertips, even better. I'm not going to face my chair because you won't see what I'm doing, but just pretend I'm behind my chair. I've got my fingertips there. You're going to get your feet wide. You're going to get them wider than your hips. And you're going to try to keep them parallel, right? So don't let them turn out. And to warm up, you're starting with shifting your weight into your right leg and then into your left. That's our warm up. Your hands can be on your hips. They can be out to the sides for balance. That doesn't matter. You're going to try to stay as tall as you can in your body. So just try to gain like 1 extra centimeter of height. And here you can see I'm raising my heel. So I shift my weight into my right leg. I lift my left heel. Vice versa, keeping the feet parallel, the toes facing straight ahead. If you can, you're going to do more, and you're going to, when you shift your weight into your right leg, you'll lift the left entirely off the floor, just even a little bit for balance. And you can have your chair in front of you, but this is your movement. So feel free at first to keep that tippy toe on the floor and your chair there for balance. But when you get used to it, or you just feel like you're having a good day, you try to lift the other foot entirely because this is for balance. And it's to strengthen our outer hips, also to warm us up, get us knowing where we are in space. I already feel a little activity in my outer hips. This is an exercise that's good for me. And we will do just 4 more. It's okay to look at your feet to make sure they're staying in parallel. And the toes are not turning out to the sides. It's okay to make the feet a little more wide if you're feeling confident, a little more narrow if you're feeling a little bit off today. Here's our last one. Each way and each way. Beautiful. Good. Walk those feet in. Now you're going to come to the front of your chair. And you can opt to put the ball between your thighs. You don't have to. You can leave it off to the side. I'm going to use it just because that's going to help to guide your alignment. So if you're using the ball between the thighs, above the knees just a little bit so they don't get in your way. And your option with your arms, you can have them out in front reaching, which is going to make it a little bit easier probably, or you can have them crossed, like grab each elbow. And this is a squat. It's like an amazing exercise for your low body. You have the chair there in case you squat too low, but also to guide you, because you don't want to just do a squat like this. I mean, that's a start, but you want to get your bum to like just touch the chair and come back up. All right, so we're going to do 10. And you're sitting a little bit more, and you're going to come right up. So sit a little more, and come right up. And the little pause there is just to say, I have control. To make sure you're not plopping down in the chair and plopping back up. So this is 4. You're sitting a little more, and you're coming back up. With the ball between the thighs, I don't really have to think about keeping my knees over my feet. I'm not worried that my knees are going to go wider than my legs, or than my feet, my foundation. So it's just a nice way that you can eliminate any, I don't know what you want to say, eliminate that variable. You can keep your knees tracking over your feet really nice just by placing the ball between the inner thighs. If you don't have the ball, then you're just looking to keep the knees as wide as the feet, no wider, no skinnier. Hold this last one if you can. So you can hold it halfway down, or if you feel like you can hold it all the way down. And you're going to take a nice breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Another nice breath. And then one last one. In through the nose, out through the mouth, and come up. And you should feel a little bit already your legs working. You're going to come back to behind your chair now. And you are going to use the ball for this one if you have it. If you don't have it, what we're doing is raise. If you don't have the ball to place there, you're gonna pretend that you do so that your ankles don't get wider as you come up onto your toes. You don't want this. You want your heels right over the toes. And placing the ball there does that. So you place the ball, just above the ankles, in between the calves. You can face your chair. You can use just fingertips for balance, or no balance if you don't need it. And by squeezing in on the ball just a little bit, as you lift the heels, you can see that alignment is really easy to maintain. That's why the ball is great to have. So face the chair. We're going to do 10 of them. You're nice and tall, right? Not bent over, no slouching here. And squeeze in on the ball a little bit. Raise the heels and put the heels back down. Raise the heels, put the heels back down. You're already 3 in. We're going to do 10. 4. When you raise up, you're trying to keep all your toes nice and spread, so no grippy toes. If you can look down and see that if you're in your bare feet or your grippy socks. If you're in your shoes, you're just thinking about nice wide toes and that little squeeze in on the ball. I don't count well, so I think we're coming up to 10, but we're not there yet. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, and 1, and lower it down. Good. Keep the ball there. You're going to do pretty much the opposite. You're going to keep your weight in your heels, and you're going to raise the toes, the front of the foot. So balance with the chair here, probably. You don't want to rock back too far as you do this. You're just lifting the toes, lifting the balls of the feet, and putting it back down. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. And this is strengthening the front of your lower legs, but also it'll engage the thighs and it helps with your balance a little bit. Also pulls in a bit of ankle mobility. And a lot of us get or lose our flexibility in our ankles as we get older, and we need it. You need it to go, even just to go down some stairs. You need to have a decent amount of bend available in your ankles. 4 more, 3 more, 2 more. Last one, hold it up, hold it up, hold it up a little bit higher, and place the feet down. Good. All right, so coming back to the front of the chair, because you didn't think we were only going to do 1 set of squats, knowing how amazing they are for your lower body. So ball between the thighs again, if you have it. If not, you're just making sure that as you squat, your knees aren't going way wide or they're not coming way skinny. All right? So feet in parallel, you can look down, make sure your toes are not turned out, then stay tall in your spine. Arms can be out in front, probably a little easier than having, them crossed in front of you or one hand grabbing an elbow. And then you're sitting. You're sitting a little more, and you're coming back up for 10. Sit, sit, and up for 9. And this is going to help you, as you get older, be one of those people who can just spring right out of a chair. You won't have to, search around for a chair that has arms that you can press yourself up out of. No way. You can sit, and then, change your mind and get back up. And up. Lower, lower a little more, and up. 3 more. 2 more. Feel your bum just touch the chair. Last one, you're going to hold it, of course. And instead of just holding this time, you're going to see if you can lift and lower like an inch. Oh yeah. It's a game changer. Feel those thighs. Feel the bum muscles working. Everything's getting stronger. For 4 more. For 3 more. For 2 more. And last one, come up, shake it out. There you go. You are on your last exercise. You thought I was going to say we're done, eh? But no. So here, you're going to come behind your chair again. This one's for the front of the hips. A strengthening one that will also let the front of the hips release if you feel tight here a lot of the time. The chair is just for balance. You might want to stand side too so that your knee doesn't get in the way, because that's what you're going to do is you're going to lift one knee. You're going to keep a very tall posture. I'll turn a little sideways. So nice tall posture. Place your weight in your right leg. Bring your left leg up. And then you're holding it. For a breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Then you're going to lift it a little higher. You're trying to bring your knee up towards your face without bending at your back or leaning back. So keep your nice tall posture and see if you can lift that knee a little bit higher. For another breath. And then a little bit higher. One more breath. In and out. And then release it down. Do the other side. So weight in your left leg, chair for balance, right knee comes up, hold it for a breath. Up a little higher, right? Try not to lean back, try to stay very tall, and then lift a little higher. Your last breath, breathe in, breathe out. Not a rushed breath. And put it down. And then you're gonna do each side one more time, all right? So weight in your right leg, lift that left leg up, stay tall, take a breath. And then lift a little higher. Another breath. Breathe in, breathe out. You're almost there. Last one. Lift, lift, lift as high as you can, high as you can. That muscle shouldn't be able to do any more, and you're on your last breath. And release. Last side. So weight into your left leg. Stand tall. Right knee comes up as high as you can, right off the bat. Take your breath. Then a little higher. You should have almost nothing more to give, but you're trying. And a little bit higher for your last breath. Very nice. And release it down. And just because you have like an inner child in you and you want to pull that into this workout too, you're going to stand to finish. You're going to stand with your feet in parallel and you're going to hula hoop. So you're just going to make big circles with the hips because that's going to feel a little bit nice where you just worked the outer hips, the front of the hips, and you worked the back of the hips when you did your squat. All right, hula hoop the other way for 3 circles, for 2 circles. And for a last circle. There you go. You took care of yourself today. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao.